Ultimate Hoops family. Tonight is the night. We've been waiting 8 weeks long for this.
And let's go with the tip-off. We got
Hey everybody, welcome to Plano. My name is Billy and it is championship night here in Plano. In celebration of the end of the season, we're going to do our top position player for every position for center, point guard, shooting guard, forward, and power forward. So we'll start at center. The first name that came to mind was the only name that could possibly come to mind. It's kind of wins this one by default, as he is pretty much the only center in the league, and that is big man Cam Spencer, standing at about 7 foot. He is really the only true center we have here. Does a really good job of getting offensive boards, but he can also go out and shoot the long shot. A lot of people, will leave him out along the three-point line, just because they're happy that he's out of the lane. But he can surprise you, and he will hit a three. But he is sneaky. He has a wide body, and he does get down there, gobbles up a lot of rebounds, gets a lot of second chance opportunities for his team, as he did this season and last season for Illuminati. No one really to contend with him, as like I said, there's just no one that plays like a true center like he does. Moving on to point guard, hands down this has to go to Duran Cherry. Duran, such an amazing player. One, because he can handle the ball, he can bring the ball up the floor, distribute, but he also can score at will. I've never seen a player like him come through Plano. It's just it's unreal to watch at times. I would say if there's anyone that could probably challenge him at the point guard position, it would probably have to be Jeremy Jones from Illuminati. Jeremy does a really good job of bringing the ball up. He can also score. He can also get the ball in the hoop in tight spaces in the lane, and does a great job of finding his teammates as well. But for point guard, definitely Duran Cherry. Now for shooting guard, hands down, top scorer in the league, without a doubt, has to be Creston Martin. Watching this guy every week is simply amazing. Seeing all the different ways he can score, gets in the passing lane, gets out, gets easy buckets, can post you up and hit turnarounds, hit fadeaways, but also he can step outside and hit the long range shot, which is pretty amazing. And it's not like he's a volume shooter. He doesn't put up a lot of shots to get a lot of points. He's efficient, and he gets the ball in the bucket. The person that would challenge him the most at this position would be Brandon Bussey. Brandon does a really good job as the number two go scorer on Free Dirt, right there tag teaming along with Duran. Brandon has a really good stroke from mid range, can get to the basket, and he does a really good job at the number 2 position. For power forward, definitely, without a doubt, would have to go to Creston Martin's teammate, Matt Kingsley, for Torch. Matt is the number 2 scorer in the league. This guy is amazing. You would never know by watching him move that he's a big guy. He's around 6'8", but he moves like he's 6 foot, like a 6 foot point guard. Has the sweetest stroke from outside that I've ever seen. Really good fundamentals. Has a great shooting touch. Really soft touch on the ball. If anyone was going to give him a run for his money, it would have to be Britton Brooks of the Tropics. Britton's going on his 5th or 6th season here in Plano, and every year this guy does something else that amazes me. Very old school style player, but can step out, hit an outside shot, and just has a really good post-up game. Really does a really good job in the lane of grabbing rebounds, clearing out the rebound, and getting offensive boards as well, getting his team second chance points. For the forward position, it's going to be Britton's teammate. I'm going to go with Dwight Thorne on this for the Tropics. Dwight has a lights out shooting stroke from outside. He doesn't miss from deep. He does a really good job of being active on defense as well, getting turnovers for his team and getting some easy buckets in transition. I would say if anyone's going to challenge Dwight at the forward position, to be his teammate Chris Moore of the Tropics as well. Chris out of Tulane does a really good job of getting open looks, creates a lot of mismatch problems. And that whole Tropics team actually does a really good job of that. So that's my top 5. And this week we have semifinals. First game is going to be the Tropics versus Glass House Shooters, and the second game is going to be Torch versus Free Dirt, with the winners facing each other for the championship. Good luck to everybody, and we will have a champion after tonight.
All right, it's tip-off time. We finally got our fifth Tropic in the building.